So the wife has given me only 30 minutes to do this video, after which she's going to turn on the washing machine and there's going to be all sorts of rumbles, noises, everything in the house, and you guys are not gonna hear me say anything. The reason is this is Africa. We need to dry our clothes out in the sun. The sun just came out, it's been raining over here. So you see, you guys need to subscribe, hit the like button, go watch all my previous videos that you've not already watched. Do anything that you can do that will trigger the YouTube algorithm so that my videos go viral and I earn a lot of money, and I buy a dryer so that I don't need to depend on the sun. I digress. So today I'm going to share with you some 3 tips that I think are important and I find very useful, especially in this situation in my life. Let me give you a small background of what is happening right now. I'm actually studying for my exams, my final exams. Those of you who just subscribed might not know that I'm actually a student. I'm a student of orthopedic surgery. So I'm doing my master's in orthopedic surgery and I have just about 3 months or so to go. So I'm going to be doing my final exams in the next few weeks, and you guys need to pray for me so that I pass and become an orthopedic surgeon. Now the issue is that involves a lot of reading, and to make things worse, it's not like I'm on a break to read. An example is it's now time 12:02. I just got some few hours of sleep because I was working at night. I was doing emergency surgeries in the hospital. And so there's not much time to read, seeing that I still need to see patients, I still need to go to the hospital. And apart from the hospital work and the studying, I also have other things to do. I'm a human. An example is I have an interview with a journalist from Nation Media in the next few hours. Anyway, that is a story for another day. But the point I'm making is it might sometimes get overwhelming if you have so much to do. It doesn't need to be study like in my case. It might be anything else that you guys are engaged in. The world is such that now guys have to do 2-3 jobs in addition to evening classes and all these things, hustle out there that everyone is doing. I have come across an article from Medium, and just to mention, Medium is actually an interesting site. It's one of the places that I've actually allowed to send me emails. I always click and subscribe to so many marketing emails that drop into my inbox, but Medium, for some reason, I actually welcome their emails and I like reading articles that guys write over there. In fact, I've been thinking, I think some of the stuff that I post here, I can actually post them in written format over on Medium. Okay, again, that's a story for another day. I digress again. I don't know, will we get done with this? I keep on digressing. So I read this article by a lady called, what was her name again? Laura Vanderkam, I hope that is the pronunciation. And she was actually talking about the 3 breaks you need to take every day. And I thought this actually applies to me. I've been practicing a lot of what she talks about subconsciously or without really deliberately planning. But basically what she says about this lifestyle, this culture of being busy, doing stuff the whole day, that your tired brain will take a break either way. But we'll probably choose something non-refreshing, like doom scrolling for an hour before you know what you're doing. I'm sure that happens to a lot of us. You sit down to read and then you remember Instagram, and you get yourself doom scrolling. And one thing you'll notice is these sites, Facebook, Twitter, all these social media have been programmed such that there's actually no end. They'll keep on loading posts at the end of your page so that you'll keep on scrolling and keep on scrolling. It's interesting. I remember when I actually joined Facebook. I'm not on Facebook right now. I think I quit a year ago or something. But when I joined Facebook in 2007, I remember Facebook was such that you had a wall. What you do on Facebook was actually to decorate your wall. It wasn't like what happens right now, posting and so on. So there were pictures, flowers, all these things that guys would post on their wall to decorate their wall, so that when guys come to visit your profile, they actually see your wall and how shiny, shimmering it is, all these things. Anyway, nowadays, all big social media is in the business of attention. What they want is to grab your attention, keep you over there so that they can serve you ads once in a while. And that's how they make their profit. So everything is programmed such that there's never an end. In fact, you might keep scrolling from morning to evening. So she says that, so take charge and schedule these 3 crucial breaks. And these are what I'm going to share with you. There are 3 breaks that you need to take especially when studying for exams or even just doing your work. There are 3 breaks that are crucial for your mental, for your social, for your physical well-being. The first break is a physical break. Actually walk your dog, take a walk around the block, go for a run. If you subscribe to a gym, you can go do some exercises. If you don't, you can even just walk up and down your stairs. It's always an awesome idea to take a physical break. A lot of us just sit on computers from morning to evening, eating fries, fattening, and so we are actually ruining our physical health in pursuit of life's goodies. What's the point of getting everything you can get and not enjoy it? It's always nice to take a physical break. I've actually personally lagged behind quite a bit. I know of late I've added some, 2-3 kilos, but I will shed that. My exercise regime used to comprise some 25 minutes of high intensity interval training using a program that I got on the internet. I can share the details down in the comments if you guys want to know about it. And it's nice, especially if you're focused on weight loss and strength. In as much as it makes your muscles tired, it actually makes your brain more rejuvenated and gives you that vigor you need to go on. So always remember to actually purposefully schedule a physical break. The second break Laura talks about is a social break. This could actually involve like grabbing a coffee with a colleague, having lunch with your partner or kids if they're around, or even just FaceTiming, calling a family member, anyone. It will actually do you some good to take a break to get in touch with your social life. That said, I have been postponing a certain call. I needed to call my granny to ask how she's doing. Just a minute, guys.
Hello? Sasa? Kupoa? Unaendeleaje?
A few moments later.
Okay, I promised you this is going to be fast. Let me get done with this first, then I'll get back there. The third break you need to take is a spiritual break. Praying, meditating, reading spiritual texts or devotionals, listening to uplifting music, looking at something beautiful, connecting with a power higher than yourself. I believe humans are holistic beings such that we have a mental, a physical, a spiritual, an emotional part of us. And the problem with most of us is that we actually concentrate on building one aspect of us at a time. If you're in school, you'll probably spend like 90% of your time building your mental capacity, reading and so on. If you're working, you'll probably spend like 90% of your time building your financial or social muscle. And it's always a terrible mistake to neglect some other part of yourself. Guys, let's deliberately schedule pauses, breaks in our days to do some of those other things that would actually contribute to our happiness, to our overall success, rather than just the stuff that we're engrossed in at a particular time. Let me get back to my study. 1 week to go and I'll be sitting for my papers. If you see fewer videos over here, it's because of that, but I'll be back with a bang. And for those of you who are curious about what Masters in Medicine exams might look like, we're going to do an exam that is composed of 3 papers and 1 clinical exam. So the 3 papers, paper 1, 2, and 3, normally have this structure where you're given like 100 to 150 questions. And there are multiple choice questions. I know multiple choice sounds like simple, but they are terrible. Then they're followed by 3 to 5 essay questions. The total amount of time you're given per paper is 3 hours. So we do 3 such papers. Then we go in for a clinical exam where you're actually given patients to talk to examine. Then your examiners come in and you tell them about the patients, you tell them what your diagnosis is, how you treat them, what kind of surgery you do, how you do it, and they ask you many questions. And when you're done, it's either jubilation or blood, sweat, and tears. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you in the next one, and as always, no pressure.